survival run says at the start, you will fail. It makes its statement clear. It tells you you're not going to finish. It tells you that if you get lost, hurt or die, it's your own damn fault. It says adapt or die. The statements are there. They tell us over and over again for months and months and months. That we will not finish the race. That the race is impossible to complete.
Hold on to it.
And that's what they did. They created a race that is almost impossible to complete.
Ometepe means kind of raw, wild, lawless. The rules are a little bit different here. There's no safety. In this race, it really is all about you and you kind of taking it upon yourself to look at a challenge and say, how can I do this? And what exactly am I going to do to keep myself safe in this situation?
Is a survival run. The survival run is a survival run. You have to survive. It is that hard.
Grueling.
You say survival run, I say adapt. Diabolical.
Crazy.
Life-changing.
Just sit down like that.
Just go all the way up like that. Once you get to...
The best qualities, I think, to be a survival runner aren't necessarily be the fittest, the strongest, or the fastest. The biggest qualities are really just adaptability, that they can climb, they can swim, they can run, they can stay positive, carry heavy loads, stay strong, and also innovate.
So the term survival runner, to me, means, you know, that you're bringing to the table a very strong mental attitude, and I did not fail attitude.
I feel like determination is the most essential quality for a survival runner.
One, by far, is attitude. Positive attitude. Two, you got to be prepared. And you have to imagine the things that these psychopaths are going to make us do, and you've got to put your body through those things and prepare yourself for that. The third thing is strategy.
In every race, things go wrong. It's not what happens, it's how you deal with it.
If you're thinking about doing survival run, come with an open heart, an open mind, come with humility, come with those things, and it can change you, it can deepen you.
Absolutely foremost in our minds with every obstacle was that it was something realistic that the local people do here on a daily basis. The runners will come to have appreciated that there, just how hard it is.
In 2003, I first came to Ometepe and just fell in love with the place. It's such a unique place. It's so calm and quiet, and other parts of Nicaragua, you know. When I first got here, there were no paved roads. It would take you 3 hours. You could run faster than the buses, you know, out here. And I think that was part of the beauty of it. You know, someone on one side of the island may not know someone else on the other side, and some people haven't even been in towns that are, you know, 10 kilometers away.
It's not about us coming and setting up an obstacle course like you would do in the States or Canada or somewhere else.
It's another world for them. So I think just the fact that Ometepe is like a little tiny world in and of itself. It's this little island.
It's about mimicking the daily patterns here, and that includes water carries.
On a lake, it's not out on the ocean. It doesn't get as many tourists as an ocean island. I think that was, you know, some of the appeal, and then the two volcanoes.
People have to go out in the mornings and haul water from a well. Carrying rocks, people dig up rocks to build their houses with. They don't get delivered, they carry them. Firewood is a daily chore. People go and carry firewood every single day here in bundles that would put our 50 pounds to shame, to be honest. Good.
The fire in the water is just very majestic, and I think everyone that comes here kind of shares that. They come to Ometepe and they realize, yeah, this is what it's all about, and they share that.
The bamboo climbing obstacle was one that we lifted directly from everyday life here. We actually, for setting up the obstacles, that was a super simple one. We brought two local kids who were aged 9 and 13, and they very quickly owned up the bamboos and set up those obstacles for us. So that's something that the locals are very adept at doing. Climbing is something that they can all do.
All the way. Yeah, you got it. Now, Isaiah's stupid.
Whenever people first come to do a survival run and they get here and they kind of realize that it's going to be about organic challenges.
The local farmers do it, climbing trees to harvest things. Another obstacle we used was harvesting the manakata leaves. That's a chore that has to be done about weekly by the volcano guides, just to keep those trails from overgrowing.
I saw these farmers, you know, they must have been 60 or something like it when I was going up the volcano, and this guy had a log that must have weighed, you know, twice his weight, and he was just carrying it up like it was nothing, and I realized this is his daily life. Last year people saw people carrying bundles of firewood. There was a woman that was 60 plus talking on her cell phone carrying a bundle of firewood next to one of the survival runners who was complaining about it. And
Freediving obstacle comes mainly from, you might not be diving for a rock obviously, but the local fishermen do throw out their nets and then swim down and push them onto the bed to trap the fish. So that's another obstacle where we've just mimicked a daily chore and turned it into an obstacle and put it into part of the course.
Where? Over here?
These people's lives are tough, but these people, as a result, are a lot tougher. They're a lot stronger, and that's kind of what we're trying to do. We're modeling survival run. We're taking you out of your comfort zone and into a little peep into the everyday life of the local islanders.
Concepcion is the mother of all beasts and should not be underestimated by any man.
Never ending. The never ending climb.
Brutal.
Tree. There you go. Got it.
Hard. The hardest thing. So difficult. Impossible.
Horrible.
Tree climbing hard. So much harder than it looks.
As far as exposing weaknesses in this race, at some point all our weaknesses will be exposed.
These are the 4 medals we get for competing in the event. They come very slow. The first one we get says fail.
Counts, man. That's good. 4 so far, right? What's it?
The next one is an award for accomplishing an obstacle, says I. So we have I fail. The third medal we get says did. I did fail. And finally, after 20-something hours when you cross the finish line, you get not. I did not fail.
I'm actually quite happy because I did fail, and this will remind me every single day until next year's race of the training that I have to do in order to not fail.
Let's go.
I got I fail. The real survival race begins when you confront that challenge that you struggle with or you can't do.
My survival run experience last year was amazing. By far the coolest thing I've ever done in my life. Way out of my comfort zone. Had 2 finishing medals from it. I fail. Best I fail I've ever had in my entire life.
So I ended up with a medal that says I fail, and I do fail. Sure I fail all the time. I could run marathons all day long and never ever ever fail. What's the point? And I always want to fail. I always want to take on things that are beyond me and stretch and go further. And if you're honestly doing it, you have to be willing now and then to fail. I got to go up and over the back of the volcano. I mean, if that's failing, I'll fail all day long and be happy about it.
I did the oath. I put up my right hand and I said that if I die, it's my own damn fault. I got fail, the first medal. I've never been more happy to have a medal that says fail. I love it. I love it. I love the word. It's nothing but happiness to me. Yeah, I'm leaving this place and considering my experience with nothing but a smile and just the strength then to come back for next year to do it again.
Grab the edge. Right there. There you go. There you go. There you go. Those are fucking heavy rocks.
Is an elating experience.
This was certainly, in a lot of ways, the hardest race that I've ever done.
It's an experience that I'll never forget, never regret any of it. It was amazing.
A good time, good people, a beautiful place, a new culture.
Well, one word that would sum up my survival run experience this year would be humbling.
Motivating.
Fun.
We never set out to create a course that was intentionally trying to stop people finishing. It's obviously extremely challenging, but I think every racer finds their limit within it. Even if they don't get all the way to the finish line, they find out something about themselves and they find out a lot about the race. Throughout the race, both physically and mentally, you're going to be challenged, and each person will be challenged in a different way, and eventually most people find something that's too much and they find a reason to drop. And it's only the guys that are most adaptable, have the widest skill set, and have the endurance and perseverance who made it to the end.
This has been just one of the most incredible races I've ever been to, and I don't think anyone I ever tell, it will never do it justice. I think a lot of it's just going to stay with me.
We're all a pretty tight-knit group now, I'd say. We've all suffered out there together. Having experienced the survival run together, I think puts you in this group of very few people who have known what it's like to be out there with those obstacles. For those that do it, it's a bonding experience.
I'm a survival runner now, so we're all survival runners that we're here, so it's awesome to be part of that club.
If I get lost, hurt, or die, it's my own damn fault. If I get lost, hurt, or die, it's my own damn fault. Go!
Yes, I did finish it. I feel amazing that I finished it.
Our ethos is challenge your body, discover your soul, and we actually have one for Ometepe. It's corre como loco, cambia tu mundo. Run like crazy, change your world, and that could go on several different levels. But yeah, challenge your body, discover your soul is, you know, through extreme endurance racing, you may find something out about yourself, and that's the reason why all these people are coming here to do events like this.
So, survival run.
Survival run.
Madeiras.
Survival run.
Tree climbing.
Survival run.
Concepcion.
Survival run.
Josue Stevens.
Survival run.
And Ometepe.
Survival run.